Hello and welcome. My name is Paul Chavez, and maybe you found this through Join Revolution Now, or maybe you found it through my name, Paul Chavez, or maybe you found it through State of the Heart Recovery. Regardless of how you found me, I'm happy to connect with you virtually here, and hopefully one day we will connect in person. I'm going to use this time to just introduce myself and share a little bit about who I am and why I'm creating this video. So bear with me, I'm not a well-practiced public speaker, but I think that I'm excited about getting better at speaking to you all and connecting to other people. So I'm excited for this venture. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and lived here most of my life. And I have a pretty big family. I have 4 kids and a wife, going through a divorce, so soon to have an ex-wife. And I am pretty married to State of the Heart Recovery in a sense, putting a lot of my time into State of the Heart Recovery, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. Also, Join Revolution Now is in its infant stage, actually just getting all of the social media sites going, and I hope that you'll look for them. Join Revolution Now on Twitter, Instagram, Telegram, YouTube. And so what else about me? I have a background in mental health counseling. I'm independently licensed clinical therapist, and I'm also have a real estate company. I'm a qualifying broker for Earth Origins Realty, and I'm also a general contractor, GB98 licensed contractor. And so I was kind of distracted, I'd say, from the counseling side of who I am with the construction and real estate parts of my life. So for the past 20 years, with the exception of the recent 3 years, maybe 4 years, I've been focused on flipping houses, construction, real estate projects, and raising my family and things of that nature. And so in the past few years, I decided that I wanted to solve a problem. As an entrepreneur, I've been self-employed all my life, and I wanted to figure out what problem I could solve that would make sense, that would give purpose to my life, give wealth to my life, and solve something. So as an entrepreneur, I've learned by listening to a lot of other people that are wiser than me, that if you find a solution to a problem, if you fix something, if you add value, then the rewards and the income would come down the road. So my mission as it pertains to these ideas is addressing substance use, mental health, and homelessness. So basically empowering people that are struggling with those issues concurrently. So for me, as I look around our community, and I think of my community as my community in Albuquerque, my community in the country, my community on the planet, and I think that we all can agree that we find a lot of pain and just room for more support when it comes to our community members that are struggling with substance use, mental health, and homelessness, especially when they're happening all together. So I realized about 2 years ago that opioid treatment programs, which address medically assisted treatment for substance use disorders, so that is treating opioid addiction, which includes heroin, with medically assisted treatment. An opioid treatment program is in a really unique position. Opioid treatment programs are in a very unique position. That is, the clients of an opioid treatment program show up on a daily basis to get the medically assisted treatment, because for many reasons, for this purpose of not having the methadone, the narcotic, diverted into the community, so used for the wrong person. If you give somebody a week's supply of methadone, you run the risk of that getting into the wrong hands, or the client that you gave it to taking too much. So opioid treatment is a phenomenal harm reduction model for supporting people in the community, but by itself, it's just not a treatment. It's not sufficient. So it is one part of a bigger opportunity. And so when I realized that community members are showing up every single day to opioid treatment programs all across the country and across the planet, and sometimes not getting other services that they desperately need to address employment, to address housing, to address mental health, to address the trauma that has led to where they find themselves. I really saw it as a crisis and also a huge opportunity. So that is when I embarked on State of the Heart Recovery. So I am the founder and the executive director of State of the Heart Recovery, and we are one of the only nonprofit opioid treatment programs on the planet. Some hospitals, you could consider hospitals, your biggest hospital in your community is very well a nonprofit. And so technically, if they have an opioid treatment program, they would be a nonprofit opioid treatment program. But what I'm speaking to is a program that's out in the community. We are in the International District in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and that is one of the most difficult communities when you're talking about the struggle of substance use, mental health, and homelessness. So most of our clients, and I don't think we're an exception, this is probably the case for most opioid treatment programs, our clients are struggling with multiple substance use disorders. So it's not just heroin or opiates, it's likely fentanyl, methamphetamine, alcohol, many substances. So if you address just the opioid part of the equation, you're far from finished. So what we are doing at State of the Heart Recovery is integrating state-of-the-art technology with the healing process. And so what does that mean? That means that me as the executive director and the founder, State of the Heart Recovery is in a position to be eager to innovate and find scalable solutions to these issues. And so there are many opportunities out there, such as virtual reality, mobile engagement apps, contingency management apps. Contingency management is a fancy way of saying rewarding people for behaviors that are powerful and empowering. And once you reward somebody, you work to improve their lifestyle through better habits, better behaviors. So it's kind of a cognitive behavioral therapy approach with a gamification and reward system built into it. And so that's a little bit about State of the Heart Recovery. I will make other videos that dive a lot deeper into State of the Heart Recovery, and I look forward to doing that. Let me break away and say a little bit about Join Revolution Now, and then I'll see you next time. So Join Revolution Now is an opportunity for you in your community to think about how you could get involved with empowering the parts of your community that are struggling the most. Maybe it's substance use, mental health, and homelessness all together, or maybe it's two of the three, or maybe it's one of the three. But what is happening differently in your community that is working, what isn't working? Let's start communicating. And so hopefully Join Revolution Now is a place where we come together from all across the planet to share ideas and our visions of what is and is not working. And we support the ideas that are working financially and with our own time, and share the ideas so that it can scale across the planet. So thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to visiting with you in person and also in the next video. Thanks.